Good morning. Whoops. Sorry for that. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. All day long. So, I hope and trust I find everybody well. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's what's going on. There we go. Gotta adjust my stuff. Anyway, so it's Wednesday. Just so everybody knows, I have an upcoming concert on November 23rd, and it's it's going to be held near where I live in Langley, BC, and but you can also watch it virtually. I also will be with the virtual side that I'll be putting it into a private group where if you're not able to attend for whatever reason, doesn't matter. It'll be up for 48 hours for everybody. Okay? I'll do the for whatever reason, doesn't matter. Whew. I hadn't even taken a sec to tune my guitar. Well, I guess I know what we're doing. Okay, so here we go. Strange indeed. That is weird. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it is coming from. Yeah, I know what I do. Okay, I'm gonna only disappear sound-wise. Just give me a sec, everybody. I'm just gonna reboot. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Sweet. beautiful. Yeah. So I'm going to do one more because I have to go, because I got an appointment to get my hair cut at noon. So I have to go to the bank and get some moolah. Okay, let's see where we go. gifted. Every single person on this planet is gifted. It has taken me a long time to truly but truth being, understand this part of who I am. And who you are. The more I'm able to see myself, the more I'm able to see who you really are. And I so appreciate the universe trusting me with this amazing gift and ability that I now have and have always had. I just didn't understand it the way I now understand it. We have a visitor. Their frequencies are very, very high right now. There's something going on energetically right now. Okay, I should be back now. Let's try this. I'm not a techie person, you guys. Does you think because of what I do, I know what I'm doing? Hell no. It's been wild. But yeah, I think I had a couple people, um, uh, I'm going to say the word yesterday for me because I did a live 2 nights ago, and I had shared how I was triggered big time. And because of my past. And, you know, I have a huge thing about people being truthful and honest and of integrity. And I have a couple of sisters that are really upset with me because they assume something that, that I posted, which I never meant to post. And a lot of people don't realize also that I save, when I see something that speaks to me, I save it. And in the moment, I save that, but it is not really how I felt. I knew that, and I meant to delete it, but I didn't. And then after my live the other night, I did some postings, and that post come up. And it said that basically, you know, if you're this, you're not a friend of mine. That is not how I feel. And I'm really, truly sorry to anybody who took offense to that. Because if you knew me at all, you'd know that's not really Ernie. Something must be off. And I also understand that there's many things I don't understand that's happening universally. But I also trust when people are being guided to do this or do that, I know that's truth for them. And I know it's truth at a level that I may not understand. So I don't need to make them wrong so I feel that I'm right. It just, you know, when I get to know people at a soul level, you know, it doesn't go away from me unless something really bad. It's got to be really, really bad. And so, you know, the people that got really upset, I said, because I had posted, I responded at the very top, so everybody understood that I was triggered. This, I never meant to post this. You know, and people don't know how I work, and meaning this, it's just, you know, I could have a post on my phone for 3 days, 5 days before it gets posted, because I go in order. And unfortunately, I didn't catch that, and I posted it. Yeah. And so they now think, or some of them think, that I have an issue with them. And I'm going, I never said that. I'll take full responsibility for what I posted, but I also know how this all came about. And if you cared to listen, I would hope you would understand. And, you know, it's when I get triggered, and especially when I say this, I'm going to be very candid and honest, and I don't need people's judgments. I don't need people's comments or remarks. You know, Spirit guided me 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, because I got diagnosed with depression and anxieties, and I've been on medication ever since 1996. And so Spirit said, it's time to come off them. And I'm freaking out, and not freaking out, but, you know, I just said, you know, my communication with Spirit and said, you know, and they told me, no, you'll be okay. And so I went through this journey, and it took me 6 months to get off of these medications. And it wasn't too bad. You know, I knew there'd be, you know, some adjustments. But then once, as I mentioned, I was off them in 6 months. And so that was April of last year. But what happened as time went on, I found it more difficult processing anything, dealing with anything. I tried my best, because I don't like being here. I like being here. And what was happening, I was getting further away from this. And I don't understand the whole thing, but all I know is, you know, as September went on and October, and I figured, okay, I'm going to Soulful Guitarist Fest in Houston, you know, I'll be okay. So in December I got to Houston, and I was safe because it's just nothing but an incredible amount of kind, loving, respectful people. And a lot of them didn't even know what my journey is at that time. And it took every last ounce of my being to get to Houston. And I pushed myself beyond my limits that I got sick before I came home, but I made it get back here. And literally, it's like I crashed. I crashed big time. And what happened was I had blocked out, I had closed all my blinds in my suite here completely. And I'll do that from time to time just to rejuvenate myself. But this went on for a few weeks. The longer it went on, but here's the other fact that it had, is that I couldn't play my guitar. I couldn't play. Like I already mentioned about my process of thinking and processing stuff, I wasn't able to. So I reached out to my doctor and I just said, something's wrong. And so we both agreed that let's get you back on this medication. And so that started about February of this year. And it, we gradually bring up, and I sort of stabilized, and then, okay, here we go again. But anyway, long story short is this, is that I'm a very incredible, strong person. And everything I've gone through, and it's just, I'm an empath. I'm highly sensitive to many, many things. We all know that because a lot of you guys that are out there are empaths, highly intuitive. And when I got triggered last week, it took me 4 or 5 days because I'm going, what's going on? Oh my God, not again, not again. It was awful. And I kept on playing my guitar, as some of you guys know, because that's my connection. And I have this thing where if you can name it, you can tame it. But if you're not able to name it, it's hard to tame it, isn't it? And like I said, a couple days ago, it was mid-afternoon, I'm just, because I've been going inwards completely, going like, what is going on here? And I was able to zero point that I was triggered. And once I was able to identify that and zero point it, everything changed in that moment. And I did a live. And I know my beautiful sister Andrea is there. And the beautiful part, Andrea, you have no idea your words, because you only speak truth on here. Your words have gotten me through a lot lately. They always have, but because, when I shared what happened for me, you got it. And you felt that I was struggling. And this is the thing about people. If you're not here all the time, you don't get these parts of me. I'm not saying you have to be here all the time. That is not what I mean. What I'm saying is it was really sad that these people jumped. And I'm not talking about the mega people. I'm talking about some spiritual people. And as much as I tried to direct them to the top to read what happened for me, and I did not mean to post this, and I do not believe that to be true for me. I don't think a lot of them read it. Like, I am really concerned. And this is where people are not taking the time to understand where I'm coming from. And when I say that, is what I am witnessing with my own eyes, with my own ears, is a lot of hate. When, it's like when, because there's so many levels to all of this, and sometimes things have to get ugly for things to get good. I get that. But when something was already good, meaning the Roe versus Wade, was there for 50 plus years. It was protecting women. Women had to fight back 50 years ago to get this, to protect them so they could get proper health if they choose to. It's not my choice, it's their choice. I don't have a right to project my beliefs onto anybody. And I want people to step back and take, I look at behavior, conduct. If I was on here, I can't do what I do if it wasn't pure. Because of my connection with spirit. A lot of people have a lot more insight and awareness than I do, and I respect them for that. Even my beautiful sister, Andrea, that's here. Like, it's amazing. I know some incredible people. And that I respect their decisions. And when they tell me, Spirit, guide me to do this and do that, I get it, because I'm being guided to do this and do that. And I respect that. I'm not against that at all. But I also see what I see, hear what I hear, and when I know that because of the overturn of Roe versus Wade, that women have died because of that overturn. And I had people, it's against the law for abortion. This is not about abortion. But everybody goes that avenue. They're not listening. They're not hearing what's being said and what's being done. Over the last 2 years, I don't know how many women who've had miscarriages gone to the hospital. Right? Now, every state has their rules. I get that. That's why I'm not saying federal, I'm saying state-wise. And because of, I could say it many ways, but I'm going to say it how I feel right now, because of some fucking idiots who think they know better than women what they need to do for their own body, let alone a doctor. They made these stupid rules. But the thing is, it carried over and it affected women that were having a miscarriage, that these women could not get proper medical health for a natural miscarriage. They're bleeding out, and the hospitals are going, sorry, if I help you right now, I could go to jail. Because that's the bully that's happening from the governments, state governments. And because of, we all know this, and so I'm not saying anything that's new to anybody, because of a lot of organized religions that are out there, they have issue with women having rights. They think women's job is to be in the house, white picket fence and produce babies, as if they're not intelligent. That's where I get angry on that end. And every woman deserves to have proper health care. And I've had people say, well, no, they're supposed to get proper health care. Yeah, you would think that, but the reality and the truth is they're not getting it based on the laws of that state. And I'm hearing all this justification, but it's like, for me, is Roe versus Wade it worked. It protected women. They got the proper health care. Instead of going, years ago, and this is where people need to get out of your heads. Look at the way it used to be. They had to go behind these butchers, and women died because of that. They're bleeding out. Like that the results were awful, and that's where women fought to have our rights. And that matters to me when I see that people's rights are going away. And on top of that, I'm a gay person, and next they're going to go for, gay rights. And we've worked hard. People prior to me have worked very hard for us to have our equal rights to anybody else. I have people try to tell me, well, he said that, but he didn't really mean that. Excuse me? If some, it's like people, Maya Angelou, or Angelo, said, if they show you who they are, believe them. Yeah. And I'm really scared, and that's why I got triggered, because of the fact is there's so much lying, manipulation, and everything that's happening right now by a lot of people. And it's like you have the Republicans, I have to say this, the Republicans, there's so many old redneck boys that gotta go. The old boys club, right? That mentality's gotta go. And there's a gentleman who used to be a Republican, and he was in the Republican Party, and now he's an advisor. And he said this, the one thing, because we're talking on the human level right now, okay, that the biggest problem is these legislators that are going in there, it's all about money. And that's buying this, buying that. That should never be allowed. That's corrupt. But that's where the government is corrupt, because there's nothing to control them or rules, regulations. And because of these people that can buy, especially when you got millionaires and billionaires, it's like, I don't understand a lot of stuff that's going on. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, shall we say. But the bottom line is this, for me, is if I've ever said or done anything that offended you, I'm truly sorry. My post that I posted, right, because I tried to explain, and it came to the end of it. Hours later, I just deleted it to stop the circus, to stop the monkeyness. I will fight always for every human being to have equal rights. And it's like, I'm white. I got more privilege than if you were Asian, or if you were a black person or brown person. It doesn't matter. I walk into a place, I'm seen like it because I'm white. But if you walk in differently, some people are very judgmental. Well, we take away our skin color, we're all the same. We can all learn from each other. Anyway, I need to go because I got a hair appointment in 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm just reading your comment here, ZF. Just give me a sec here. Very well said. I'm looking at ZF is on YouTube here. And he got what I meant, because there's nothing, like, if you're not in my shoes, I'm telling you what I went through. I can speak about it now. While I'm in it, I cannot speak of it. It's only when I'm out of it that I, oh, okay, right? And then, and it's like it's like even when I said to my doctor, when I reached out to him and I said, my quality of life has gone out the door. And especially when it affects me playing my guitar. That's my soulmate. Because this is the one place I can go and truly be with me. And I get to bring that with you, to you all, share that all with you. And that's where, you know, I'm very hurt by, and I'm sure they're hurt too, but they have not taken my friends that I've known for many years. And I'm truly sorry for posting that because I never meant to post that. I meant to delete it. And because what happens with me, I forget things very quickly, easily, if I don't do them immediately. And I'm very sorry to anybody that I've hurt. I'm truly sorry. So, on that note, hugs and loves, everybody. And I'll see you guys soon.